Hello friends, welcome to our course 75 hours one-stop solution to Indian polity. This is Let's Crack UPSC CSE English and I'm Dr. Sidharth Arora and we are continuing our course, my friends. I hope you have immensely benefited out of this one-stop solution. What my plan over here is, my friends, is that I want to tell you everything that is required to be understood for polity as for your civil services examination. So this will be a great use to you. In the sequence, we have done a couple of videos already. I would always advise that you watch those previous videos so that you are able to connect the dots. I'm repeating it for the nth time on this class that it is of no use to memorize facts in civil service examination. You have to know how to connect facts. So for that purpose, we are now starting a new chapter, a new topic for today, and that is the preamble of the Constitution of India. A very important topic, as I hope and pray that every one of you has already realized this. This is the topic called as the preamble of the Constitution of India. The preamble of the Constitution of India will always be asked, directly or indirectly. They will always ask this topic. Make sure that you know everything with regards to this. So my friends, what are we doing on Unacademy? You should have an idea. Why are we making these videos? You should have an idea. A very important component of why we should have these videos is that we want to give you the advantages of learning on the largest online platform in India. And this largest platform, you can study, you can have intense focused preparation for your civil services examination sitting in the comforts of your home. Please understand, it is very, very risky. It is very, very expensive. It is very, very uncomfortable to be traveling outside your home, but your career is paramount. So what better than to study in the comforts and the safety of your home and learn from the best of the best. You will have daily live classes, my friends. You will have structured courses. When these structured courses will happen, I hope you're understanding there will be no haphazard kind of preparation. People usually study something from one book, something from one study material. That never pays the dividend. You will have live tests and quizzes and you will have unlimited access. Not everybody will have the same luxury of time to study at whatever time is comfortable. Here you can download the videos and you can watch them any number of times. You will have top educators from all over India teaching you. Okay. You will have best of the best educators in all subjects. Polity, economy, history, geography. You notice there are so many courses, all of them under one platform. You will also have practice and strategy, CSATs, and name it, answer writing courses. Everything will be available. Now, a very important announcement. If you use my code SIDLIVE, then I will be offering you personal mentoring. Anything that is required, you will have to remember SIDLIVE, SIDLIVE. One advantage is that I will teach you in this unique way of what is called as polity matrix method. And the second advantage here is that you will get an immediate 10% discount. All those of my friends who are appearing in 2020, take this 1-year course, which is a 44,000 rupees course. It is a 44,000 rupees course, but you use the referral code SIDLIVE, SIDLIVE, and you will get this course for 39,600 only. For those students who are appearing in 2021 or 22 or for that matter 23, my friends, if you have this golden opportunity of having more than 2 years, don't let go of this opportunity. You can opt for a 2-year course which is available for 64,000. Use my code. Don't forget the code SIDLIVE and you will get this course for 57,600. You are a wise gang of students, my friends. I will be with you like these courses, comprehensive course on polity for UPSC CSE 2021, which is already going on. There will be many such courses coming and I will be with you till the last day of your preparation. All you have to remember is to use the referral code SIDLIVE and welcome to our courses. Today's topic deals with the preamble. Now I hope everyone is aware of this part. that preamble is emerging from the Constitution of USA. United States of America was the first country which wrote its constitution or had a written constitution, and they experimented for the first time writing a preamble. You'll be very surprised that even the preamble of United States of America starts with the word "we the people." Obviously, that is "we the people of USA." Here in our constitution, we write "we the people of India." Either ways, the preamble always reflects a summary or the essence of the constitution. It has been described by various political thinkers and legal experts into different forms, into different words. It has been called the identity card of the constitution. It has been called the political horoscope, the lighthouse, the key to unlock the founding fathers' mind, and so on and so forth. But you have to remember that preamble had a history. On 13th December 1946, Jawaharlal Nehru in our Constituent Assembly introduced what is called as the Objectives Resolution. This Objectives Resolution was a blueprint. Please make no mistake about it. It was merely a blueprint about how we intend to form our constitution, or what was our broad aims. It finally got changed into it finally led to large numbers of debates and discussions, and finally on 26 November 1949 we were able to adopt our preamble. So preamble, though, is written on the first pages of the first few pages of the constitution, but it was the last to be adopted. So this was very, very important, that the objective resolution was the one which started this entire story. But preamble is not a copy paste of the objective resolution. Yes, it was a blueprint, but the summary is the preamble. Now I hope everyone should be understanding the importance of the words of the preamble. Hence, I would request you, and in fact it is a very important advice, that you should memorize the words of the preamble. We the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote amongst them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation. In our Constituent Assembly on this day, 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. I'm again repeating, it will do you a great good, not only for your civil service examination, but as concerned and educated citizens of our country and law students, that you should be memorizing the preamble. In this preamble, if you notice, there are three words: socialist and secular, and down here, integrity. These three words I have written in black, and the rest of it is primarily in blue. At least the text part is in blue. Why have I written this? I'm sure that you are aware of this. It was not present in the original constitution, so to say. It was inserted by the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. Another part which I can understand, or I can gather from this text itself, that the preamble was adopted on 26th day of November 1949. And I hope you are understanding the 26th day of November 1949 was practically the fag end of the process of the formation of a constitution. So as I told you, that it started with the objective resolution, which was amongst the first few days of our Constituent Assembly, but the preamble was adopted on almost the last day. Now let's look at each of the words. The first words is "we the people of India." We the people of India says that the real power, please pay attention to this word, the real power behind the constitution is that of the people of India. This is a huge announcement, my friends. You should be very proud of it. It was a huge announcement. It says that people of India are free, and people of India now give the power to the Constituent Assembly, and that is why we have the constitution's real powers. Then it says, "we the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign." Hence, one of the nature of India's constitution is that we will be sovereign. Now, what does sovereign actually imply? It says that we are free to conduct our own affairs, both external as well as internal. Now, a question might arise in your mind, sir, that if we join the Commonwealth of Nations or the United Nations, does it affect our sovereignty? Certainly not. Why? because these arrangements, these are just arrangements. They do not have any binding effect on our country. We will decide our internal and external matters ourselves. The next word, as I told you, was socialist, which was not present in the original constitution. It was inserted by the 42nd Amendment Act of 1976 during the government of Madam Indira Gandhi. However, India does not have the Marxist definition of socialism. What is Marxist definition? Marxist definition is the communist socialism. India has a combination of Marxist socialism and Gandhian socialism. Hence, we have our own brand of socialism, popularly called as democratic socialism. So, we have our democratic socialism, which aims to end poverty, ignorance, disease, and inequality. Hence, if you pay attention to the text of the preamble later on, it says that we, the people of India, having solemn resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, and equality of status and opportunity. Hence, we want to remove inequality. Hence, it is a combination of Marxism and Gandhism. I am again repeating that we have been leaning heavily towards Gandhian socialism. We have traces of Marxist socialism, but the liberalization budget, the concept of DPSPs, and the nationalization, these are combinations of our various forms of socialism. Another word that was added by the 42nd Amendment Act 1976 was secular. Now, our secular again has our own definition. The Western definition of secularism is a negative definition. What does that mean? It means that we are completely divorcing the state and the religion. They have got nothing to do with one another. However, in contrast to this, Article 25 to 28 is the embodiment of the secular spirit that India has believed in, and we have brought in as a part of fundamental rights. Here we believe in the Gandhian philosophy. Yet again, this is called Sarva Dharma Sambhav, which actually means all religions will have same status and position. So, like socialism, India also has its own brand of secularism. Then the word is democratic. Now, here we talk about popular sovereignty, but there are two types of democracies, as I'm sure that you're aware of. One is direct and one is indirect. In India, we practice primarily indirect democracy, in the words that the people do not decide for themselves. Please remember, we only decide whom we elect. Our elected representatives, whether at the level of the parliament or at the level of the state Vidhan Sabhas and the state legislative assemblies, take decisions on our part. In the words of Dr. Ambedkar himself, he said that political democracy, the way that I've just explained, is not enough. It is useless unless there is social democracy. So participation should not only be at the level of politics, it should be inclusive at the level of the society also. However, there are various ways of democracy being manifested in India, things like executive being responsible to the legislature, the universal adult franchise, that is everyone above the age of 18 has the power to vote, or rather the right to vote, periodic elections, rule of law, an independent judiciary, and absence of discrimination as has been given in fundamental rights also. These are the various manifestations of, please don't make a mistake, these are the various manifestations of both political and social democracy. Another important word that is a part of our preamble is that India shall be a republic. In other words, there will be no dynasty, no family that will be the head of the state. India will always have an elected head of the state, like the President of India. Unlike England, which is a constitutional monarchy because, for example, Queen Elizabeth and the family of Queen Elizabeth is the head of the state. The House of Windsor will continue ruling. In India, public offices are open to all. This is a very important component of India. Amongst the objectives of the preamble, the first and the most paramount thing was justice. All the three types of justices are our objectives: social, economical, and political. This was derived from the concept of distributive justice, and if you don't make a mistake and if you know a bit of history, it was also derived out of Russian Revolution. So Russian Revolution was the source of this concept of justice, but the next three components of liberty, equality, and fraternity were the concepts of French Revolution. Liberty has got two definitions. The negative definition is absence of restraints. Yes, So if you remember Article 21, it says no person shall be deprived of his life or personal liberty except according to procedure established by law. In other words, things like custody, things like illegal arrest are being looked after in liberty. But that's not the end of it. This was asked in 2019 prelims question. You should be knowing this, that liberty also has a positive definition. That is, the state has the responsibility to give opportunity for development of individuals to the best version of itself. It is not absolute. Please remember, don't mistake liberty as an absolute privilege. It's a very beautiful thing. It says liberty is the freedom to do anything which the law allows. In other words, it is qualified. This is very beautiful concepts. You should be understanding this in and out. As we have already understood equality, equality is a very important part in either in terms of civic equality. If you look at Article 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, I hope you recall the fundamental rights dealing with equality. Economic equality, which is Article 39, which I hope you recall is 39A, B, C, D, E and F, which are regards to welfare state and economic equality as part of DPSPs, and political equality with regards to Article 325 and 326, which is regarding your voting rights. So we are ensuring civic, economic as well as political equality. Another and very interesting thing about India, my friends, that India is actually not a true federation. I'm sure you're aware of it. But we are still a union of states. Now, how do you keep a union of states intact? That union of states will be kept intact if we ensure the spirit of fraternity. Fraternity is brotherhood. Brotherhood or feeling of being an Indian is enforced or rather manifested by things like fundamental duties, things like single citizenship. So it's a very important line that you have to understand. We are unlike United States of America. United States of America is based upon an agreement-based federation. We are a union of states with fraternity being the common thread. So what is the importance of preamble? Number one, it will show us that it is the political, moral and religious philosophy on the basis of which our constitution was made. You will appreciate this. You must appreciate these words, that actually our constitution, in the words of Dr. Ambedkar, is not a legal document. It is a social document which has been written in legal language. Awesome. Try and understand this subject. Try and understand this. Make connections. Political horoscope, as in the words of Shri K.M. Munshi, who was a part of the Constituent Assembly, he said it is a political horoscope and it is a keynote of the Constitution of India. So when in doubt, you look at the preamble. The Biryu case of 1960, if you recall the Biryu incident, I cannot do it right now. I cannot do it at this stage. However, you have to understand that the Biryu case of 1960 said, in that case, the Supreme Court said that the preamble should not be considered as a part of the Constitution. But thankfully, in the Keshavananda Bharati case of 1973, the Biryu judgment was overruled and it was said that preamble is as much a part of the Constitution as anything else is. So the preamble holds a very important part. But is it amendable? Certainly. If it is a part of the Constitution and if it is similar to the rest of the Constitution, why is it not amendable? But thankfully, it has been amended only once, and that was the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. Make no mistake about it. Many students, many aspirants make a mistake. 2 words were not added. 3 words were added in the preamble. That is socialist, secular and integrity. But it is not enforceable through the courts. It is neither a source of power nor a source of prohibition. So for the state, it is neither a source of power nor a source of prohibition. Then you might think, sir, why should we look at the preamble? Why should we have a preamble? When in doubt, look at the preamble. What do you mean? If you are not very clear with what the Constitution is meaning, then you and then you read the preamble. So when in doubt, look at the preamble. Preamble is the lighthouse. It is the lighthouse. You look at the lighthouse when you're losing the way or you're scared that you will lose the way. So preamble is the summary of the Constitution. It is to be looked at when in doubt. It is neither the source of power nor the source of limitation, and it is certainly a part of the Constitution. So I hope, my friends, in this limited period of time, I've been able to give you a sneak peek at what actually and how do you have to study. Of course, you can study this in a different way. You can do a certain number of questions. Which of the following is the correct combination of justice sought to be secured to the citizens of India in the preamble to the Constitution of India? These are the types of questions they will ask, and I'm sure that you are aware of this, that it will be social, economical, and political. These are the types of questions the UPSC examiners will ask with regards to the preamble. We can do many such questions. Okay, and I'll be very happy to teach you in details each of these things. Okay, just remember that you have to take this course, sit live, and I will be with you till the last day of your preparation. So my friends, in the words of Unacademy, let's crack it. And until next time, God bless and thank you.